Yeah, I've been tracking on my Discord as well. We got some veterans out tonight, boys.
So, what up, fam? Operators, hitters, and the occasional cupcake or libtard that might slide on in to catch the midget today. Question of the day? Go ahead and throw it in the comments. I really want to know how many of you out there think that you have the integrity to become a special operator somewhere in today's universe. Because it doesn't matter if you're Russian, German, US, or UK. You got to have that thing called integrity. Now you ask why I bring that up today. Why don't you go ahead and track back the 5 Twitter polls before the current, with the KSK operators being the winner. You'll see that KSK really never pulled the numbers, although they are truly special operators. However, there is something amiss, my friends, and I do believe that it has to do with that little thing that we refer to as integrity. Today's video almost did not get posted. Been having terrible migraines, bang bang. The medicine I take for it puts me in a comatose state. So there, that is. But more so than that, it is because this is a democracy. Our polls are a democracy. It's something I fought for, my friends fought for. So I will tell you this, that it does come as a little bit of surprise that the integrity is even called into question about these polls. And I specifically am referring to the Twitter poll. So with that being said, I want to congratulate the commandos of the KSK for finally securing their spot on this channel with their own history in uniform. Operators, on your feet! Let's drive on. So, a Kommando Spezialkräfte, basically the Special Forces Command, KSK, is an elite Special Forces military command composed of special operations soldiers selected from the ranks of Bundeswehr and organized under the Rapid Forces Division. KSK has received many decorations and awards from NATO, and I'll try to go ahead and link that up, me and my explanation to you of the NATO. So basically, KSK has received many decorations and commendations from NATO and the United States and its affiliates. KSK operatives are frequently requested for joint anti-tangoism operations, notably in the Balkans and that of the Middle East. So from 1973, year of our Lord, until the KSK's formation in 1996, the West German and later be known as German government assigned all counter-tangoism and special operations activity to that of the GSG-9, and everyone should know, or at least heard, of the GSG-9 if you're tracking on this channel. Basically a highly trained police force created shortly after the hostage taking that transpired during the 72 Munich Olympic Games. You can Google that to know a little more about that. No, I'm not old enough to remember it. However, you know, I'm a history buff, so obviously I track on the 72 Munich Olympic Games, especially that of Tangoism and thereof Charlie Tango counter-tangoism. Like those of all German military units, KSK deployments require authorization from basically the German Bundestag, or the Federal Assembly. The unit has engaged in numerous anti-tango campaigns both in Europe and abroad. Known engagements include that of operations inside Kosovo, Bosnia, and most recently in the Afghanistan. So just like any counter-tangoism unit, you know, basically we have been definitely involved in all the stands. So tracking on with this history again, it probably won't be as long as some histories in the past. However, you guys know how conservative YouTube can be. We know they're way far more right than they are left. They are definitely not any kind of libertarians, as well as the fact that I can speak frankly on histories of the United States, or for that matter, any country, and feel like I don't have to code the words. The current campaigns and engagement in Alphistan. Although normally under OEF Command, the KSK, and for those that don't know, Operation Enduring Freedom Command, the KSK worked under ISAF. Oh, I'll try to link that up as well, as I have definitely covered the ISAF and what exactly is ISAF. So we'll be looking for that link. Basically, under ISAF Command since '05, carrying out numerous operations in the vicinity of the German deployment into Kabul, including a successful raid on the I feel like I don't have to code the word Quebec, Quebec safe house for those kind of personnel that like to deploy themselves at certain checkpoints and points of strategic interest. So basically, in 2005, 2006, the KSK CTs went in there and basically cleaned up that little operation that Quebec had going on. So KSK operators have commented in the German media about the restrictions placed on them by their national caveats that they have performed work for, and stated a preference for working directly for the Americans as part of the OEF A team, as they had done in many task force completions, including that of Task Force K-Bar. I actually might have to do a build on that, and basically that would involve some hitters that they worked with from JSOC. As is to be expected with such units, specific operational details such as success rates and casualty rates are considered to be very sensitive and extremely top secret, and withheld even from the highest ranking members of their own government. This practice has elicited some serious concerns, resulting in the agreement to increase both the transparency and accountability of the said KSK Charlie Tango units. And I got to tell you from personal experience, you're always going to have that line right there between, you know, basically boots on ground and boots not on ground. So with that being said, I will tell you this, as I remember them not so much as KSK, but let's say more GSG-9. I was actually doing a training segment in Darmstadt, Germany, more specifically. I was actually captured during training, and let me tell you, have you ever heard of the term train like you fight, fight like you train? Well, I can from personal experience tell you that Charlie Tangoism units in Germany do not play. I was hogtied, I was gagged, I was blindfolded, and dare say, I wouldn't say the word
Tango, torture tango.
I don't know if I can say that, you know, whatever. I can tell you on a serious tip, it was no fun, and it was definitely the training. It was more training than I thought. I had quite a few cupcake little members of the unit that I was there participating with actually complain to our higher-ups that, you know, they were a little bit too aggressive. Me, myself, I thought it was actually good training. Yes, I was questioning, can they really do this? However, they indeed did it, and I believe that, again, you know, fight like you train, train like you fight. I want to know what I would be facing if ever captured by the enemy. Little seer training. All right, tracking on. So the KSK is a regular Army unit at brigade level. Apart from the headquarters and the development group, divided into basically two bat-sized departments, battalion-sized departments, you'll have your operational forces, and then, of course, that of any operational force, the unsung heroes, the support forces. So basically it breaks down your operational force. You're going to have a command platoon. Your first platoon will pretty much be your vehicle insertion, second platoon airborne insertion, third platoon amphibious operations, fourth platoon operations, and basically a special geographical type element of the platoon that might know way in advance what geographically their mission's going to be. And then your fifth platoon is basically going to be your reconnaissance, intelligence operations, and sniper and counter sniper operations. So on the support forces, again, unsung heroes. You got your headquarters platoon, material platoon. Then you got your supply echelon, which basically catering, transport, and your beer and dope platoons basically fall in line. Beer and dope being that of ammunition and refueling. Then you'll have your signal company, including the repair platoon, supply platoon, and the silk equipment platoon, basically your canopy parachute equipment platoon. And with that being said, want to give big shouts out to any jingles out there, any of my NCO jingles out there. Can I get a hoo-ah? Tracking on. So selection and training basically and initially only officers and non-com officers, non-commissioned officers of the Bundeswehr could apply for service with the KSK and the subsequent evaluation period. As a pre-reg for entry, as a prerequisite for you guys that aren't tracking with me, for entry, the Bundeswehr Commando course must have been completed by the applicant. However, since 2005, year of our Lord, applications have also been open to civilians and enlisted personnel who must complete an 18-month long-range surveillance training cycle before the intense KSK selection process begins. So, just as a prereq, you have to initially complete an 18-month LURSR training cycle before the KSK selection will even look at you. The selection process for the combat position is divided into two phases. A 3-week-long physical and psychological training regime, normally having about a 40% pass rate, and then later a 3-month-long physical endurance phase, normally with about an 8 to 10% pass rate. During the latter phase, the KSK used the Black Forest as their proving grounds for prospective operators. In this time, candidates must undergo a grueling 90-hour cross-country run followed by a 3-week international combat surveillance course at the German-led multinational special operations training center, that being formerly known as the International Long Range Reconnaissance School. If anyone has been to that school from a different force or even from a German force, would you please go ahead and direct that into the comments? I'm really curious to someone that has actually been to that school, the Special Operations Training Center, or have been to what it was formerly, as stated, the International Long Range Reconnaissance School. Huh! So, tracking on, upon successful completion of the selection process, candidates may be allowed to start their 2 to 3 year training cycle. So, basically, after you've done all of the before mentioned, you basically then are allowed and may be allowed to start your 2 to 3 year training cycle with the KSK. This training includes roughly 20 courses at over 17 schools worldwide. You'll go to Norway for Arctic training, Austria for mountainous terrain, basically your mountain phase, El Paso, Texas, or perhaps Israel for your desert or bush training, San Diego for amphibious operations training, and Belize for a little bit of jungle experience. Members of the KSK are then rewarded by the issue of a KSK Marine Beret as a symbol of their roots in airborne units. A metal badge is worn which consists of a sword surrounded by oak leaves. The flag of the Federal Republic of Germany is depicted at the bottom of the sword. So in closing, these KSK hitters were created 20 September 1996, activated 1997, year of our Lord. Country, Germany. Branch, obviously, the German Army. Their role, special forces, that of airborne operations, counterinsurgency, counter-tangoism, covert ops, and that of direct action. Basically, 1,300 of these hitters rolling around the streets today, part of the Rapid Forces Division. So with that being said, that brings us to yet another close of yet another history. I certainly hope you appreciated it, and I will tell you, like I've told some Fraulines in my time, it's Cleve and Dish. Operators on your feet! Let's get on down range. Huh!
Okay, mi amigos, mi compadres. As you can see here, this pretty much fit the day, but don't go anywhere, because as a history, there might be some twist in this build. Let's go ahead we're going to go male, Mason, brown. Facial hair, we're going to keep clean today. Hair squared away, troop. Hair color, brown. Facial detail, burn. Of course, that's optional. Body details, today, we're going to go ahead and go with the Muddy Dutch. Anything that really covers the gringoism there on the breastplate. Because, again, you know, so many ACUs that I want to kick around. However, you know, it's all about me, aviation, turbines, blades, props. Yeah, that's just not tracking. I can't always wear a scarf. So for that reason today, Muddy Dutch. Plus, you know, it's not even going to matter at the end of the day, except for the big gringo spot. Right arm today, just opened this. We'll go ahead and throw on the pennants. Left arm, of course, Mi Familia. Close, of course, why wouldn't we? Cry Combat 2. Again, you can kind of see a little bit of the camo peeking out there, the gringo hole. But yeah, really wanted to go with the Cry Combat 2 on the top, 2634 black. Best today, we'll go ahead, put it in the 511 plate carrier. Go ahead, throw that in the 534 sandstone. Again, remembering we're getting that urban feel to the build today. That's what we're tracking with, and we'll go ahead and track even further with that concept in the weapons loadout. 511 plate carrier, 534. Again, Cry Combat, why wouldn't we? Again, putting it in the negative. Footwear, you know, come on, boys. They earned it. Commandos! And they're actually Commandos. So, uno seis in the negative. I'm already tracking on this. How about you guys? Okay, accessories. I wear today. We're going to go with straight jackets. However, I'm not going to hate you if you throw it in the old ant goggles. Whatever you do, make sure that you go ahead and black that out. Silhouette it, amigos. Base wear, we're going to go ahead and go with the clava. We're going to throw that in the artillery clava in the 934. Hopefully you have that open. But anything you have, even I think maybe you get the half mask or whatnot when you start the game. Either way, something to cover the dimples. So I'm going to go ahead, equip it in the arty, and throw that in the 934. Coyote brown. Headwear today, keep it clean. We're going with the ACH. Going to put that in the 134 black. Headsets, we're going with Zilch again. Put that in the 16 black. Handwear, if you got them, of course, equip the Echelon. If you don't have them, we'll go ahead and throw on the Oakley Pilots in the 25 black. I think that fits it rather well. The backpack, salad sacks, and rust sacks. So, and that's exactly what we're going with is rust 72. Go ahead, throw that in the 934. Coyote brown. Patches, of course, if you want, go ahead, throw that German patch on. But this is how we roll. And that would be that of the 1831. Yeah, I've been tracking on my Discord as well. We got some veterans out tonight, boys. So weapon systems today, of course, why wouldn't we? We'll go with the Golf 36. Let's edit this bad boy out. I'll also give you an option. So parts, let's break it down. We're going with the extended. Today, we're going to go ahead, and why wouldn't we? Because this is an opportunity for it. We'll go ahead and throw the Comp M4 on that chimney today. Trigger, full auto semi, of course, extended 30. Make every round count, boys. You can go with the foregrip Victor 4 today. Rail, laser dot, long barrel. Yes, sir. We're going with the long barrel today, and we will equip that in the gray. Compensator Victor 2, obviously, but I'm not hating you. If you want to go ahead and throw it in the stock, hence suppressor. Either one will work. Put that in the 1-2 black. So this is the backbone of the KSK. However, I have it for facts. For facts. Go ahead. Let's delve in to this little thing we call the HK 416. Already got that bad boy equipped. Now, I do have facts. We can carry either one with this build today. However, the HK 416 Alpha 7 will be the new Spec Ops unit's preference, shall I say, for the KSK and those that are in the Charlie Tango business. And and that would be that of the H&K 416 as stated. However, let's not forget the old Golf 36 is definitely legendary within the KSK. So let's go ahead and dress this bad boy out. Parts, we're going to break it down. We're going with stock today. Digital scope today. You could throw an ACOG on there, but I feel the digital scope really does fit the boys in the KSK. Auto semi, large, why not? We're going to cap it out today. In whatever you carry today, we're going with max effect, seeing how this would be that of the urban KSK operator. Throw that in the uno dos negro. So if we're going straight urban, we'll not be equipping the 40 mic. However, if you're not going to equip that, I would go ahead actually and put, as the old Sarge would say, whatever you're going to do, put it in the 1-2 black. Me, myself, either one, I'm going to go with the rangefinder. Whether I have the 40 mic on it or the broomstick. Go ahead, equip the rangefinder. It'll help you out in day. Trust me on that. Standard barrel, why wouldn't we? Go ahead, throw that in the gray. And then today, I'm going to leave it up to you. If you need a suppressor, go ahead if the mission calls. If it really doesn't matter, if you're sort of teetering, go ahead, Compensator Victor 2 in the Uno Dos Black. And there she is. That is going to be the new weapons platform for the Specs Ops of the KSK. However, as stated, don't get it twisted. You could fall out with that Golf 36 and no one will be hating you. Secondary today. Now, I put some thought into this. I actually conferred with some colleagues on this. And today, we're going to go ahead and give you a couple options here. As usual, right? Ding, ding, ding. Old Matrix, he always looks out for us. Take that to the bank. So we're going to go ahead and track on the spaz today. However, in actuality and actual factuality, the Remington Model 870 would be the way to go. However, today we're going to go ahead and equip the spaz. Of course, you're going to go ahead and silhouette this bad boy. Paint presets, you already know we're going to throw it in the blue-gray. Parts, go ahead, throw it down. We're going to be throwing the extended on today to get that real 870 effect to it. Go ahead, throw that in 2.5 black magazine. Oh yeah, we're gonna throw in the heavies. We're gonna throw in the 8 slugs. Maybe, perhaps, I'm sure that we'll go ahead and stack them once they're up in the chamber. 2.5, and we're gonna throw that in the light gray. You heard me. Barrel today could go with a short. In fact, you know what? You talked me into it. We're going to go ahead and equip this bad boy with the short. Because after all, man, more than likely we'll be blowing holes through the said padlock that was on the door. And we'll go ahead and throw that in the blue-gray. Again, match the steel. And, of course, we're going to go with a compensator. I mean, why would we even mess around? Who's going to carry that unless you're doing some daily mission bullshit? Come on, let's get real. Let's get KSK. Let's go with a compensator. Throw that in the black 2.5. And that's what we're going with today. My recommendation of the Remington Model 870. You don't want to carry the Spaz 12? Yeah, go ahead. Dress the puppy out any way you want, but don't fall out looking like motherfucking Hollywood, right? You'll be smoked from today until, I don't know, next year. Anyways, the M4 Super 90, to that, right? You can carry either one. Paint presets today, keep it in the black. Boys, if you go with this, rock it in the back end black. Parts, stock buttstock, of course. Stock iron sights, you heard me. We don't need no freaking red dot on a freaking shotgun. We'll just throw some double odd up in the freaking going in. Stack it up with some slugs. Maybe some thermites. Let's go. Stock irons. We don't need no freaking red dot SA. Magazine, of course. We're going to go ahead, put the Extendo 8 in. Standard barrel today, really not tracking the way that the short barrel is going. However, standard barrel do us justice. Uno dos negro. Muzzle, again, probably had this out in some shotgun mission on the daily challenges, right? However, we're going to go ahead, throw this bad boy in the compensator. Go ahead, throw it in the gray. Again, Remington Model 870 is what they carry. However, you can carry either or in today's build. Now, we're coming in with the trifecta today, boys, because I got it on good authority, as well as they are switching out to the HK 416. Have it on good authority that they have used, and it's been in use. That's right. I'm going to make a lot of you boys' dreams come true, and we're going to go ahead and smoke them with the 50 cal. Smoke them if you got them, bar them if you don't. And might I add that this would be the variant of the Alpha Mary Romeo. So basically anti-material rifle, the Barrett 50 cal. So go ahead, silhouette that bad boy parts. Let's part it out. Today, I mean, come on. You're carrying a Barrett. Carrying a Barrett. So we'll go ahead and put the XI Tactical on it. Go ahead and equip that in the 1-2 black. Trigger semi-auto, obviously. Magazine, go ahead. Wish we could put 10 in, but we can only put the Senko in. Make sure 1-2 negro. Barrel, let's reach out and touch a negro. Make sure you put it in the 1-2 negro. Long barrel. 1-2 negro. Today, go ahead. Rack that suppressor if you need it. However, fall out with this El Stockton freaking slap. Hey, Nate. Man, get out of the mac and cheese, Nate Diaz. Jesus. In the 1-2 negro. There you go, boys. I don't really need to say any more, do I? Anti-tank, anti-material rifle. One each. Let's just take a second. Handguns to date, we'll go ahead and drop that 5.7 USG up because we know these hitters would actually be equipping the H&K USP or the 227. However, I feel in today's build, we're right on time with the 5.7 USG. Let's break it down. Black, obviously, the negative. Magazine 20, do not, I repeat, do not fall out with the extended 30 because it makes you look like a fucking retard. So don't be falling out looking like a fucking retard. Put that in the 1-2 black. Rail cover, 1-2 black. Standard barrel in the gray. Stock muzzle, 5x5, 1-2 negative. There we have it. Drones, why with me? We're going with the explosive today. Let's blow some shit up in the urban environment. Hot, psych. So today, we'll be equipping the little EMP. Knock out some fucking electricity in that urban set military strategic deployment of the EMP drone. Can it be? Let me get some airborne in the comments. Airborne. Airborne. Fucking troopers. Love y'all. Sort of gotta do. So I hope everyone really did enjoy today's video. Don't forget, tell all your friends about our channel here, my amigos. Hope you have an amazing day today. I hope tomorrow's amazing for you, especially all my vets out there. And I hope yesterday was amazing as well. One time, snipe like, snipe the sub, Operator 41. I'll get you next video. Goose! That's how we roll. Yeah, I'll stick to the style.